Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Daily Market Report brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is Hump Day. It's Wednesday, October 19th. We got a few items on the docket today, so we're going to start off with the housing starts for the month of September. So back in August, we had 1.15 million new housing starts. The forecast is supposed to increase to 1.18 and actually dipped down to 1.047. Now, obviously that's not great news that the housing starts pulled back, but the good news is that most of those, there's more of a percentage of those being single family versus the multifamily, which has been, we've had the largest increase of single family new housing starts versus multifamily since like around February. So that's kind of the good news in this sector here. However, on the building permits, which is kind of our future, we had 1.152 million in the month of August. In September, it increased to 1.225. So a lot of things pulled back a little bit, but the future is also looking a little bit better. So it's kind of a little mixed bag here, but it's not as bad as what it sounds like. Later today, we'll also have the Fed's beige book, which will this could, depending on what's released, it could also make the market a little bit more volatile. So be a little cautious today as the Fed's beige book, and we also got a few Fed speakers speaking today going on, and depending on the information, it could spoil the markets a little bit. Now, especially on the heels when we're talking with the election coming up, and then we got the possible rate hike coming up in December. And some people are still a little squirmish about where the economy is standing, especially with comments about maybe even the Fed perhaps not caring so much about inflation, maybe even raising the inflation outlook to keep the rates lower, which is probably not a good, personally I don't think that's a good idea, but that's the part what we're kind of dealing with. Stock market's up, and a lot of it is taking its cue from the earnings reports, which came in really good. Especially with Morgan and J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs came in their earnings reports, and then also oil went up a little bit. There were some reports, some comments made by the Saudi oil minister about oil, which came in and raised oil price up to about $51 per barrel. So stock market's up, but it's not up as much as many would suspect with the reports that came out, and so as a result, they're kind of thinking that we might be in an overbought position in the stock market. So when it's an overbought position, depending on, could be great news or not, but they may be going through a correction here shortly. So just be prepared for a possible correction here in the stock market, as even the great news is coming up that they're not going up as much as they would normally go up. So let's take a look at the bond market here, and we're pretty much again tied up here right at the 10-day moving average. Yesterday we touched it, pulled back, pretty much stayed right below it, and right now we're just below it again. We're about negative 3 basis points, so about the same where we left off yesterday in pricing. As you can see, we're trying to get above it, but we haven't yet been able to stay above that 10-day moving average, as it's becoming now more of a floor. So hopefully, if we can break above it, we can work towards the 100-day moving average, which will be right in this range here, 100-day moving average, which will also become a floor, but it will help us at least have this secured below us to maybe give us another push upwards. All right, folks, you guys have a great day. Pricing's about the same as where we left off yesterday. The good thing is we're starting to get a little bit more of a trend, as you can see, with the improvement of the where we start off the day with our pricing. All right, have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Also, if you want to keep up with the daily updates, we'll have I do posts throughout the day on Twitter, different daily events, different comments and stuff. So stay tuned. If you want more information, just check out Mike Bjork on Twitter. Take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.